Now, as tensions rise across the state and nation, hundreds took to the streets in Minneapolis once again today for a Stop ICE rally protesting federal agents in the state. Now, it was a similar story here in the Northland as Duluthians gathered to rally in opposition of ICE and the death of Alex Pretti. Northern News Now, Ella Schoberl was there hearing from demonstrators. Ella, what message did they want to send today?
Sydney, demonstrators I spoke to believed an innocent life was lost, saying that there has been a lack of response from officials. Hundreds gathered in downtown Duluth for the second day in a row, protesting the death of Alex Pretti in Minneapolis. Drums, chants, and whistles filled the street at the corner of Superior and Lake Avenue. Demonstrators' signs highlighted the message they wanted to send: to get ICE out of Minnesota and to bring justice to Alex Pretti. Some attendees said they also feared for their loved ones that live in Minneapolis.
That could have meant my daughter helping somebody and getting shot for it yesterday. But if we don't stand up and help one another and revolt when something like that happens, there will be no end.
Andrea Watson went to the rally with her mother and son, something that fills her mother with pride.
I'm proud of them for coming out and stating what we believe in, and we believe that human life is precious.
Andrea and her mother said they want ICE to leave and for there to be less division in the state. There was also a rally across the bridge held for Alex Pretti and Renee Good in Superior that brought in over 100 demonstrators. Reporting in studio, Ella Schoberl, Northern News Now.